Greetings, beautiful people. Welcome to Coming Out Black's 31 Days to Business Startup for LGBT Entrepreneurs. Day 5. What is your compelling promise? Look, people, when it comes to starting your own business, having a compelling promise is, I think, one of the single most important factors that not only makes you stand out, but that really contributes to your overall success. And you're probably saying to yourself, well, what is a compelling promise? And a compelling promise is that thing that you promise to deliver to your customer or client time and time again, something that they can always depend on. And a lot of businesses are successful because they do make that compelling promise, whether it's verbally or non-verbally. They deliver a kind of service. They provide you with a kind of attention or something that's so unique and is so compelling, right? That you continue to go to them over and over and over again. You want to be that kind of entrepreneur. You want to have a compelling promise. But when you're considering your compelling promise, you got to think about a couple of things. What will be your method? How will you go about kind of your compelling promise? What is the value added as a result of your compelling promise? And then also, how is what you offer relevant? Because if it's not relevant, then people are not going to really find it compelling. And then what are the end results going to be? Because that's really important. At the end of the day, you want people to walk away with some kind of result, when it comes to your compelling promise. And then why should anyone trust you? And then what are you willing to deliver that is unique and special? And so I'm gonna talk about compelling promise, and I'm using some examples. KFC. I'm gonna use KFC. I know this brother. He has this restaurant, KFC. Everybody knows Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's what KFC is. And there's tons of KFCs around, right? But let me tell you something. This particular KFC, I know they must have a compelling promise. And it's not the promise, the general kind of Kentucky Fried Chicken promise, but there is something intrinsically more thought out and more conscious that's happening at this particular KFC, because out of all the KFCs that are in the area where I live at, it is the only KFC I go to, and I'm gonna tell you why. Number one, every time I go to that KFC, there's chicken. Now, you would think to yourself, KFC, every time you go to KFC, there'll be chicken, but that is not always true, and a lot of people have had had experiences where they've gone to KFC and there was no chicken. Which I'm thinking to myself, that should be your primary compelling promise. But I know stuff happens. But this restaurant always has chicken. But more importantly, this restaurant has the kind of top-notch customer service, hands down. And you can tell that the owner must have taken time out to create what he considered a more defined, more unique, compelling promise, because every time you go there, it's nothing but top-notch customer service. They always they always have chicken, and I'm not saying that to be facetious. I'm just saying that because I've gone to a lot of different kind of restaurants that are known for certain things, and they didn't even have the thing that they were known for. But that's besides the point. But more importantly, like, even if the line is long, his staff will come outside and greet you and say, welcome to our KFC. We apologize for the long line. We'll be with you in probably approximately 5 to 8 minutes. They go over and beyond traditional customer service. So much so, this KFC is always busy from sunup to sundown. And while this is only one restaurant, this brother must be making hand over fist money, not because it's a KFC, but because he created a compelling promise. He shared that compelling promise with his staff, and they engage in actions that promotes that compelling promise. And as a result, it is one of those KFCs that I'm sure, every time I pass by, I'm like, really? The line is long again? Why I think that having a long line is great, because I know he's being successful. At the same time, I can't get some chicken. But, again, that's besides the point. And so I say that to say that, when you're thinking about your business, what is it that you're providing that's unique and different and making people say, you know what, out of all the other places that may be similar or like yours or your competitors, they come to you. But how you do that is, most importantly, by building trust. And I'm going to read this little statement about compelling promise. And it says that it is imperative that you do exactly what you say you will do every single time. And you guys know this. I mean, this time you've gone to, like, hair salon, let's just say hypothetically, and the service is really great and great, and then all of a sudden one day it wasn't so great, and then you didn't really want to go back. That's how detrimental one bad incident can be, even with a history of repeated good incidents. So it's important that whatever it is you're going to deliver, that you do it every single time. But more importantly, there can be no gap between your promise and your delivery. This is key, people. If you can't deliver as you say you're going to deliver, it will drive away your customers and clients. And then otherwise, you can create an unsustainable business. That's just the bottom line. If you're not delivering your compelling promise, then chances are you're not going to be able to create what they call brand loyalty. And then let me read the rest of this statement before I preach on. The longevity and viability of your business, including your brand reputation, is connected to your client and or customer experience and what they say about you to the world at large. So having a compelling promise is more than just, I'm just going to do this. And I'm going to do it well, and I'm going to be the best at it. But it's making that commitment. Like a lot of times you've been to a business where maybe the owner was really cool with you, but then the staff people weren't as cool with you. You have to create a business where every person in your business is creating the compelling promise just like you. And if they don't, then they can't be a part of your business because they are not contributing to the overall success of your business and or the sustainability of your business. So, family, I want you to take a moment, take some time out, think about what is your compelling promise. You're an entrepreneur and you want to start a business, and this piece is pretty important, pretty vital, because I think customers and clients today are really savvy and they're really smart, and they want to feel special, and they want to feel like what they're getting is top of the line and unique, and they want to feel like they are the most important customer in the whole wide world. So I hope you got a little something out of this. Thank you guys so much for joining me. As always, visit our website at www.comingoutblack.com. And oh yeah, I just always want to mention that starting in September, I'm going to be launching Coming Out Black's Business Academy, where I'm going to be offering business development online training courses, as well as one-on-one coaching for LGBT entrepreneurs. So once again, thank you for joining me. Take care of yourself, and peace and love.